look at Young's total yardage in the BCS championship game, more than 105 yards more than Ken Dorsey's previous record. You guys have said it. You've never seen a greater performance by a quarterback in a championship game.
I don't think I've ever seen a performance better of a quarterback ever in a clutch situation. I thought Roger Staubach was the best quarterback I'd ever seen in the Navy, but this guy's better.
What was going on in the huddle when you guys were trying to mount this comeback the last couple of drives?
I mean, he was just being himself. You know, he's a real calm. He's always calm. He never panics, and it was just regular old Vince.
How sweet is this for Texas? Most of the talk a bit about USC for the last month and their dynasty.
It's about, I mean, I'm just saying it's about time we get our respect, you know what I mean?
Here's a guy that was running and throwing, and if you're the defensive coordinator, how do you stop him? What do? Do you blitz? Do you sit back? You can't stop it.
But I tell you what, if I was Vince Young, I'd try to get a pro team to play in the Rose Bowl. This guy had 476 yards last year, 4 running touchdowns, 1 touchdown pass last year. And today,
he owns this stadium.
He owns this stadium.
One, two, three.
6-5, 6-5, it's goodbye to A&M. 6-5, 6-5, and we'll put over one more win. 6-5, Texas 5, 4 6s that we love best. Give 'em hell, give 'em hell. Go Horns, go. It's goodbye to all the rest. Yeah, Orange, yeah, white, yeah, Longhorns, fight, fight, fight. Texas fight, Texas fight, yeah, Texas fight. Texas fight, Texas fight, yeah, Texas fight.
Number one, I'm not going to cry because I expected it. I thought you were going to win. I expected you to win. I still thought we'd win when we were down by whatever it was. It was just kind of a repeat of last year's game, whether it was Ohio State or Michigan last year. That's all it was, man. That's all it was. So you did a great job of just keeping playing. What you did is you never gave up. We didn't even play great again. They've got a great football team, and I'll give them credit. Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart came out here to say congratulations to you all. Walked out of their dressing room and walked over, and what you look for in your life, other than your friends, your family, is respect. And man, you got the respect not only of SC, but college football, the state of Texas, and you'll carry that respect with this football team for the rest of your life, because you will be legendary for the rest of your life. And I just told our good friend Matthew McConaughey, it's either like an Emmy or an Oscar, and he says, hell no, this is big stuff here.
The theme for all month had been USC chasing history. Tonight it was Texas chasing USC most of the night until Vince Young led them back in a performance that no one will ever forget. Here's Tom Rinaldi on Texas's triumph.
They were defined by a number. Almost every game, nearly all year, practically the entire season, the number 2. For Texas, 2 was a ranking and an insult and a challenge. And the Longhorns arrived at the Rose Bowl eager for the dare. If no one really believed they'd win, they didn't listen. Second place is used to being overlooked. 2 is the number that classifies every underdog and labels all its efforts. But in rising above its ranking, Texas relied on just that number, 2, as a pair of men demanded better and carried their team upward. First, Vince Young. He entered the title game 29-2 as a starter. He ends this season with the same number of losses and 1 defiant, timeless win. When he failed to claim the Heisman, finishing second, of course, in the voting, he struggled to be gracious in deferring to Reggie Bush. Well, national champions defer to no one, and victory provides its own moment of grace. Second, there's Mack Brown. He was the coach who would always be considered second, behind Darrell Royal. Brown has coached in Royal's shadow, literally, the 81-year-old statue looking over the fields in Austin. In bringing the Longhorns their first national title in 36 years, Brown has made his own place in the sun, one he spent 8 years building. All have hailed Pete Carroll as the masterful leader, mixing great game planning with a vibrant touch. But since the start of the '98 season, no coach has won more games than Mack Brown. And Pete Carroll, he's only got 1 more national title. For Texas, conquering the Trojans leaves them in the place they reached for, the place they said they belonged, and no longer number 2 in the only poll that really matters. For until the Fiesta Bowl a year from now, Texas will be defined by a different number, and all other numbers and teams can only follow.
It was a historic victory. Longhorns can be proud of that victory. And I want to tell you, you made one Aggie proud. Hook 'em horns!
And then there was a group that as they got ready to leave LA last year in January, one tall guy said, "We'll be back." And then it says one night where we can say hook 'em and take down the little finger because we are number 1. Thank you very much.